Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Music Matters. I'm Nyasha and today we open some fabulously different sound. Here is Frustrate the Baby with Nothing Else Matters.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. Oh, these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view, but nothing else matters. I never cared for what they do. I never cared for what they know. And I know so close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. I never cared for what they do. I never cared for what they know. I never cared for what they say. I never cared for games they play. And I know, yeah. So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. No, nothing else matters.
Thank you very much for that, guys. Would you like to come over and join me?
Hello.
Hiya. Thank you very much for that. I really did enjoy it. So we're just going to get started with the interview now. So I know that you're not Mr. Frustrate and you're definitely not a baby. So would you like to start off with just like introducing yourself and tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay, well, I'm Andy Perkins. So a third-year student at University of Bedfordshire. I come from the Channel Islands in Guernsey near Normandy, France.
Okay.
So I don't usually live in the UK. And
I'm Jamie Collier, third-year student, music tech as well, and I'm originally from Norfolk, East England. So
Awesome. So, where did the name Frustrate the Baby come from?
lack of ideas, I think. we were just thinking about what names can we have, and it's quite the two songs we got are quite, I don't know, retrospective and mopey almost, and a bit brooding. So like, why don't we just like have a silly name? And
yeah,
we brainstormed a few ideas.
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Instead of boring.
Okay.
Maybe just have a picture of us like poking a baby in a pram, you know, frustrating it.
Cool. So, what were like people's initial reactions to the name? Because it is pretty like out there. So.
Pretty much everyone looked at us with blank expressions and kind of expression, just didn't know what we were on about. It's just, oh, have you heard our new band, Frustrate the Baby? More or less.
Cool. So, like, how did you learn to play the guitar? Did you teach yourself, or did you like do lessons and stuff like that?
Yeah, basically I've been self-taught. Like I've had like the teachers that just kind of just taught me songs.
Yeah.
So I didn't really call them like learning the
Yeah.
basic like techniques and stuff. So, and they only lasted for a bit, and now I'm not having lessons, so mainly just self-taught.
Okay. Do you play by ear and stuff like that, or do you like find sheet music and?
Well, when you've got like the internet and tabs that are on there, like I usually will do, but I like sometimes test myself and like just learn by ear. So a bit of both, really.
So what about you, Andy? Yeah.
I don't really play by music charts. I never really learned songs in great
Okay.
detail. I just picked it up and played it, and since I've been to uni, Jamie in particular has been like, you have to learn songs and teaching me songs, but other than that, I just play by my ear and my memory, and I go, oh, that sounds nice, and I write that down, and I go, oh, that sounds nice, and I just put it all together into a song.
Cool. So, where do you get your inspiration from? Like, how do you choose your songs that you want to perform and stuff like that?
Mutual admiration of music. I mean, when we were picking songs, we kind of said, all right, let's think of what we know, what we like, because we're quite similar with our music taste in metal in particular and rock music. So Jamie was like, oh, we could do a Metallica song. And we're like, oh, we'll search their catalogue, and their album, their self-titled The Black Album, is just pretty radio friendly almost. So we thought we'd pick one from there. And then when we needed to pick another song, I just picked a nice, quaint, acoustic-y singing song from Dream Theatre.
Cool, that's really good. So, who are your top 3 musicians and why?
Or musicians or bands. Like bands, my favourite bands are System of a Down, Muse, but more older Muse. I kind of not really into the newer stuff as much. And at the moment, I'd have to say Rammstein.
Awesome. What about you?
My favourite 3 are the guitarist Dimebag Darrell, who was in Pantera. The second favourite is the guitarist Zach Wilde, who played with Ozzy Osbourne and Black Label Society and Newfound Glory. And my third favourite is Lemmy from Motorhead, just because of his attitude, and he plays bass, but he plays it like a guitarist, and it's just really loud, and you know, he's brilliant.
You've got another song for us, don't you? So if you'd like to just go over and start getting ready to perform.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll see you next week again when I will have more musical guests for you to indulge your musical taste in. So here's Frustrate the Baby performing their last track, Beneath the Surface.
Is there ever really a right time? You had led me to believe someday you'd be there for me. But when the stars above align, you would let me to believe someday you'd be there for me. And so I waited in the shadows of my heart Still the time was never right, until one day I stopped caring and began to forget why I longed to be so close, and you disappeared into the darkness, and the darkness turned to pain and never went away, until all that remained was buried deep beneath the surface. A shell of what things could have been, tired bones beneath the veil of guarded secrets much too frail. It's sad to think I never knew you were waiting for the words, for the moment to occur, but yet the moment never came. You couldn't risk my fragile frame, until one day I stopped caring and began to forget why I longed to be so close, and I disappeared into the darkness, and the darkness turned to pain and never went away, until all that remained was buried deep beneath the sun. Scream just to be heard, as if yelling at the stars. I was bleeding just to feel, but you would never say a word, kept me reaching in the dark, always something to conceal, until one day I stopped caring and began to forget why I longed to be so close, and I disappeared into the darkness, and the darkness turned to pain and never went away, until all that remained was buried deep beneath the surface, beneath the surface.